Hello and welcome to Historical Humans Reacts. Today we are looking at some of the more interesting news coming out of Central America, where archaeologists discover huge lost civilization in Guatemala. Is that clickbaity enough?
Every time I hear
Why do
something
you
like that.
why do you have to keep saying that word? Don't acknowledge it. All
Oh,
right.
because it's easy.
We're gonna have to
Uh
we're gonna have to
lost
skip this.
lost civilization.
Yes.
what
Breaking news, lost
What's
civilization
kind of
found in
interesting here,
Guatemala.
though, they're saying lost civilization. What they're really actually inferring is that they found a massive settlement of a Maya city that flourished about 2,000 years ago in northern Guatemala.
Yeah.
And this lost urban web spans about 1,000 settlements around 650 square miles.
That
And
is
they found this using LIDAR, which is a
yeah.
laser instrument that allows the researcher to scan the landscape, which allows you to see structures, which this map on the article conveniently shows where they see some of the structures. The
Mhm.
interesting thing here for me is Guatemala has such dense and thick forests that with the naked eye or even like other scanning methods, you can't actually differentiate these structures, which is why LiDAR is being used all over the place, and it's leading to cool discoveries like this.
Yeah. Most GIS satellites won't get a proper reflection back for this sort of thing because they will reflect what is the highest surface level, which is the trees. LiDAR manages to take a satellite pass and actually penetrate the ground for the density of what it's piercing through. And trees over a building is going to look different than trees over dirt or rock.
Well, and the interesting thing too is this specific study goes directly against what the conventional wisdom has always been of the preconceived notion that sparse early human occupation in this region during the pre-classical period, which is from about 1000 BC to 150 AD. So this directly shows that this area that was thought to previously be sparsely inhabited is actually teeming with life and teeming with civilizations. Like, it directly contradicts everything.
Yes, 110 miles of raised road. That is a impressive and complex public service system right there. That sort of network of public works, and that is what roads are. They are public works. That takes a lot of organizational capacity to build and maintain, and it's not something that people really expected to find so deep into the jungle, especially so deep into a jungle in a place where people aren't still living.
Yeah, and this study, which was conducted by Richard Hansen from Idaho State University, credit to him. Him and his
Mhm.
colleagues flew these lidar systems in small planes to scan this whole area and generate these maps. And they flew at altitudes for about 2,000 feet and searched for hidden traces of these ancient settlements. And they found it. They struck gold, and they
Yeah.
also probed the
Not really,
remains.
not literally gold, guys.
No, 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 no. There is no
Not
hidden
literally.
city gold.
No,
This
there
is
is
not
no
El Dorado.
We're fighting a
this
lot of
is no
conspiracy
there is
theories
no actual
lately.
gold, there is no actual gold. There's no actual gold. We have it all.
The moment you said that, I was like, hold on, hold on.
Yeah. But they found something that is very delightful. They have the 230-foot pyramid of Danta in
Yes.
El Mirador, which they also scanned and proved to be at the heart of several of these of this 110-mile system of roads. It proved to be a central point. So this is linked up with uh, major centers that we know about.
They also noted that there were dozens of ball courts and complex water management system of canals and reservoirs. So we got some complex city building going on here.
Well, keep in mind they have raised roads, which means that they took the time to think, hang on, we live in a rainforest. This is going to flood. Let's build the road elevated.
Yeah, the causeway systems, and
Like,
they had hundreds of miles of it. And
yeah.
then that structure that you mentioned, that structure alone could have been as much as 6 million to 10 million person days of labor, which just exceeds the capacity of polities of it just shows a lot of organization, a lot of societal stratigraphy. Basically shows that there is a stratified society that had some levels of division of labor that could be allocated to a monumental piece of architecture.
And just to clarify, a person day of labor is the equivalent of one human being working a single day at the project. So if you had 10 million people, in theory, you could have built this in a day.
Oh.
Now, we know what happens when you gather 10 million people together, and it ain't going to take a day.
I don't know. We should put that to the test. We need 10 million people.
But that is the theory of 10 million people who know what they're doing could build this in a single day, all working together like worker ants. Which
I could imagine trying to coordinate 10 million people. God.
But realistically, it was like probably a few 100,000 working for months at a time.
Or probably I'd say probably several thousand working for years. Is more likely. A couple 100,000 people working for a few months. That's a lot of people to support just building a single monument.
Especially in the late pre-classical period. Yeah, for
this
sure.
This is probably a couple thousand. I'd give them max at 5 digits would be the closest they would have gotten to number of people working on the project at a single time. Yeah, but it is wonderfully impressive that it's all still here and that it was actually managed to be found with LiDAR, because we do love LiDAR up here in Illinois. We get to take a ton of benefits from it just because we have that lovely border with the Mississippi.
Yes.
And we take advantage of all the river mapping projects.
Of course, especially with
security, guys.
Yeah, but that is I think that's probably about a wrap for this. This is a fun little thing. Just gotta look at that lovely little site. You can kind of see it looks like the moon when we look at the image.
Yes, but you could definitely see square structures. You could see where the temple is. Like, it's really cool. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like down below. If there's a topic that you would like to see us cover, please leave a comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you all in the next one.
Mm-hmm.